Alright guys, I want to show you a super easy, quick meal that is, to me, is absolutely delicious. Now you can mix this up and do it in different ways. But this is the way I do it, super easy. Strawberries, frozen strawberries. These plant protein chocolate shakes, which you can get at, I believe, Sam's Club or Costco. Maybe Jen will comment down below. I don't remember which one it was. Same with this. This is a peanut butter protein powder. And that's all you need. So take 3 or 4 strawberries, put them in here. 1 scoop of this, put it here. And then 1 entire thing of these. And actually I already took a swig, but it fills it right up to the top. And then this little blend jet guy charges with USB-C, blends it right up into a nice cold delicious shake. And then you just put water, maybe you can put a little dab of soap in there and run it, and it cleans this right up. So this self-cleans, which is amazing. So this, now some of you will be like, peanut butter and chocolate and strawberries? Some of you get it, some of you know, but don't knock it until you try it. But like I said, you could try different things. You can get, we have cassava, which I have, I think, vanilla, I think I have chocolate, and I think some sort of acai. So you can mix it up too, because vanilla and acai or something like that with a vanilla one of these and some strawberries, you can make different kind of shakes, but they're so delicious and they're actually filling. So it makes me feel like I just ate. I have not eaten in fast food in the several weeks that I've been out on the truck. I've only eaten on the truck, and this has become my breakfast routine right here before my drive starts. So I don't know, let me know what you think. I think it's amazing, love it. Let's go. So as you saw there, I had a really delicious breakfast, but there's an important point I want to make. Man, it is hot up here. A really important point to make is that now I'm not a fitness guru by any stretch. Anyone who knows me knows that. But I do remember a long time Prime driver. When I say long time, if you've driven for Prime for, I don't know, back since 2019, you guys remember Sep. I don't remember his full name, but we all called him Sep. And dude, he was the fitness dude at Prime, and that guy was absolute beast mode. He was a championship swimmer and probably the most energetic guy I've ever met in my life. Like, I kind of miss him. I liked him. I liked a lot of things that he said. And he has a book called 5 Minutes to Fitness. I think they might still sell it at the Prime store. Great book. And his whole conversation about, because he understood. He was not only a champion swimmer, he was also a truck driver. He drove a truck for a long time. In fact, he drove a truck and would park it and go compete in swim competitions. But his whole thing about protein, he had this really good speech that he gave about protein. He's like, you go in these truck stops and you see these protein bars and protein this and protein that. And he's like, that's only good if your metabolism is running pretty strong. Now, for most of us truck drivers, if we ain't doing shit but driving, our metabolism isn't going, it's not really running. So his whole 5 minutes to fitness thing was that before you started your drive, you spend 5 minutes physically active enough to do where you're breathing a little bit heavy, and you're just getting your metabolism going. That's all you need to do. Now, he wasn't saying that's all you need to do to get absolutely healthy. The whole 5 minutes to fitness thing, okay, maybe a little bit of a branding thing, but the concept is that, you know, when you're out doing your pre-trip or something, walk around your truck a few extra times and walk faster. Basically, you just want to take 5 minutes to get yourself right to the point of getting a little bit sweaty and a little bit out of breath. And if you do that, you boot start and kick up your metabolism, and then protein is good, you know, like protein bars and things like that. So I thought that was really interesting, and that really stuck with me, and I went by that for the longest time. But I've, you know, really tried to, when I was a yard dog for a few months down in the Texas heat without AC, I started losing weight. And then when I came back out on the truck, I was like, man, I can't get back into this. You all know, if you get lazy with it, you know, one burger leads to another burger, and then it's a lost cause, you know. So I've been really good. I've not eaten fast food, not one time. I've eaten on the truck. I do like wraps, salads. I made some bomb salads, man. Soups. I make Frito pie, but I use organic black beans instead of like chilies and stuff. So, you know, I try to mix things up and try to eat on the truck. But anyway, those smoothies are bomb diggity, and it's got a protein punch to it, especially if you use peanut butter and the plant protein shake. So, you know, you want to make sure you get your metabolism going. Boy, that reefer is just going. It's on fuel hog, dude. Fuel 33 degrees, continuous fuel hog, and it is not shut off. Of course, it won't. But I tell you what, I did sleep really well. I slept great today, which is good because I got a pretty hardcore couple nights ahead of me. In fact, I'm not really entirely certain how I'm going to pull tonight off. So it's going to be an interesting one, because I have to go drop this load off 300 miles from where I'm at right now, and then I got to go 150 miles and pick another one up. But there's just this weird gap between, and I don't know how long that one's going to take to load. I got to get probably have to get a washout, excuse me, between the two customers. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this first drop off started early enough to give me plenty of time to go wait in line I need to get my truck washed too. My truck is just, it's not dirty, but there's just so many bugs. Like, it's that time, you know, when the bugs just, like, the front of my mirrors are absolutely covered in bugs. So I'm gonna have to wait in line somewhere. And you know, you think sometimes, oh well, if I get my truck washed in the middle of the night, there won't be long lines. And that's true, the lines aren't typically as long, but here's the problem. Usually, like Blue Beacons, they don't have both bays open all night, and they have a very small crew. So they have like 2, 3, 4 dudes running one bay. So is it really faster? Not really. It's just as much of a wait in the middle of the night as it is in the daytime. So I'm trying to figure all that out, and then I got two long ass drives, but I'll be at almost 5,000 gross revenue by Saturday evening. It's just going to take some, you know, hauling ass and trying to figure out how to do this. So it's all part of it. It's all problem solving, right? So that's my whole thing. You know, I remember when Jenna was on the truck, a lot of you had expressed interest in watching my weight loss, and I did. I had a good couple months where I was losing weight on the truck right towards the end of when we were teaming. I had a couple really good months where I was losing weight, and then when I started training, it went the other direction because I just didn't keep a lot of food on the truck. It was a weird schedule. So it kind of went to shit then. And then I lost some pounds when I was yard dogging. And then when I went to get my physical, so I had to do I went and got my physical, got a new physical not too long ago, a couple months ago, just to keep my CDL active. But then I also got a physical at Prime, and my physical was showing that I was like right back up to where I was at the very end when I was training PSD and TNT, right before I took a break from trucking. So I was like, okay, I gotta get a hold of this, and I think I'm on the right track for it. I really do. Again, you know, it's just, you got to do things to get your metabolism going. If you're just going to be sitting in a seat all night, and then of course not going and eating the trucker triple. Wendy's has the 3/4 pound, right? Isn't it 3/4 pound? Yeah, the triple. I think it's 3/4 pound. It's so much. I can't believe they still sell that. That is so much burger. It reminds me of Whataburger. If any of you, you know, Texas has its things. It has like Buc-ee's, which some people hate Buc-ee's. I'm a huge fan of Buc-ee's. They piss me off with their whole no truck deal. I don't know why they don't just build a couple big ass truck stops. Like, they are missing out in so much sales. Because a Buc-ee's, inside of a Buc-ee's, is what I wish every truck stop was. And some people think it's overrated and hate it. I think Buc-ee's is like the options they have inside is what I wish. Super clean bathrooms, pretty good coffee with real creamer. They got the, you know, they got the beef jerky bar and all kinds of, man. Anyway, Buc-ee's, yeah, HEB, which I think is an excellent grocery store. Some of them are shit, but if you get to a really good HEB, they're amazing. And then you've got Whataburger. Look, I'm not trying to offend any of my fellow Texans. Look, I got the Texas shirt on here. Not trying to offend anybody. I don't get what all the buzz about Whataburger is. I know someone's gonna be like, how dare you? I don't get it. Like, you know, it's just, I don't know. I think there's so many better places. But what I will say about Whataburger is, man, that is a big ass burger. Like, if you just order just a normal, you know, like bacon cheeseburger combo or something, I don't know, I haven't had anything there for like 6 months or longer, but it is so much burger. I remember I took one to Jenna one time, and of course Jenna is this tiny little thing. She's sitting there looking at this combo meal like, what am I supposed to do with all this food? It's so much burger. But anyway, you don't want to be out there eating that kind of stuff all the time without being being active at all, without getting your metabolism going, you know. So I'm just trying to be really disciplined in that aspect. So, all right, I'm gonna go try to figure this one out. Oh, one more thing I'll say. Ray, Jenna, please send this video to him. Ray, a friend of ours who owns a private fleet too, and we've leaned on him for some advice from time to time. He's been doing running a private fleet way longer than we have. He saw my truck today. So Ray, that was me. That was me asleep. And he calls Jenna and says, hey, one of your trucks is at a rest area in Indiana, and she was taking a nap, so he couldn't get a hold of her, so he was texting her. If he had gotten a hold of her and found out that it was me asleep in this truck, because he wasn't sure who was in this truck, he wanted to play a prank. And he had all this plastic from pallets in the back of his trailer, and he was going to plastic wrap my doors shut, the trailer doors shut. But he didn't want to do it to Carlos, one of my other drivers, who he doesn't know. He knows, I think he knows Jim, and he knows us really well, but he doesn't know Carlos, and he was afraid Carlos, that this might be the truck Carlos was driving. So he told her, he's like, man, if I would have known for sure that it was either Jim or Eric, I would have taken the time to go over there and pallet wrap those your trailer doors shut, so that when you got to your customer, you'd have to go cut it off. Well, Ray, I just did a pre-trip, so I would have found it. And I would have tried to cut through it all before I left here, but that's freaking funny. So yes, Ray, that was me, but I was sound asleep, man. I was sleeping so damn good. I slept great today, which is good because I'm gonna use my entire 14-hour clock tonight to try and figure this shit out. Speaking of which, I gotta get moving, so be safe, make good decisions, as always, drive to thrive. Talk to you all soon.